Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Help on the Way podcast. A quick FiGpod this evening as Knob and Game and the rest of the crew could not orchestrate our schedules to do a fulsome review of our weekly show, which is July 15th, 1989 at Deer Creek in Noblesville, Indiana. So it'll just be me for the evening. I'm going to do a quick Channel 6, do my own little rundown of the show, which was a good one. Brent era, lovely. And we're going to wrap things up probably pretty quick today and get you at least one set of July 15th, 1989. Before we do that, let's talk about Channel 6. That is our weekly news segment. And the big news that I've seen out of the world of the Grateful Dead is that we have the last lost live tape. I'm going to say that again. The last lost live tape. What do I mean by that? Well, what I mean by that is people knew that the Grateful Dead's show on February 6th, 1979 was recorded. However, that recording was lost to posterity. The really cool thing that happened this week is that the tape surfaced. A friend of the pod, Charlie Miller, got his hands on a tape. I don't know how the tape sounds. I actually haven't listened to it. I know it's an audience. It's not a soundboard. And he did his magic, and he added that to the archive. So the archive has grown by one show. This is part of the magic of the Grateful Dead, is that things kind of, keep moving and keep growing. And the discography of the Grateful Dead has grown by one. We now have February 6th, 1979. There is a blog spot that I'll read from that just got updated. It talked about this last lost live tape, and it got updated just this week with the news. So this is from lostlivedead.blogspot.com. And I'll just read you just a little bit of it. Deadheads know, of course, that not every Dead show was taped or preserved on tape. Many shows in the 60s were missing, and even into the early 70s, there were scattered shows with limited or missing tapes. I see that sometimes where some resources will show me that the Dead played, but I go in the archive and there actually is not a recording of that. And yeah, definitely in the early 70s and definitely in the 60s. However, by the early 70s, the Dead were popular enough in an underground way that even the untaped shows had newspaper reviews, eyewitness accounts, and or other ephemera. So we had some idea what happened those nights. There's an outlier, though, and it's late, much later than anyone recognizes. On February 6, 1979, the Grateful Dead played the Tulsa Pavilion in Tulsa, Oklahoma. No board tape survives in the vault. No one seems to have made an audience tape, not even of terrible quality. There was no newspaper review. No one appeared online as an eyewitness. Maybe it was just a Tuesday night in Tulsa. Maybe they played Dark Star for 40 minutes. We don't know. How did this happen? And they go and they talk about it with an update. Incredibly, almost 46 years after the show, a first-generation audience tape has surfaced and begun circulating. Miracles do happen. And yeah, I would say that this was a miracle of the Grateful Dead that we got a new tape just this week. I look forward to sinking my teeth into it. Maybe I'll add it into the mix if my spreadsheet has passed by this date. That would be pretty cool. So we can all bring that to you at some point when we do this project. But if y'all want to read more about the hidden show, this lost show, go on lostlivedead.blogspot.com and search around for it. That's some pretty cool stuff, pretty heavy stuff going on right now. Okay, so let's go to a soundboard recording that we all know about. This is July 15th, 1989. I'm sure some of you out there were actually there at Deer Creek Music Center in Noblesville, Indiana. First set, Bertha into Greatest Story Ever Told. We got a Candyman, Walkin Blues, Peggy-O, Queen Jane, We Can Run, and finally a Bird song. So I'll just do my quick little review here. Bertha, up-tempo bop, which I actually really needed. I was having a rough week. Subdued Bertha, but nice Jerry solo. Brent and Jerry really bring it for the test me, why don't you arrest me, that part, the kind of the bump up there. Greatest story ever told. The party continues, very well and clearly sung by Bob Weir. Though I think his guitar or effect pedal craps out. There was some technical issues, I think, on in this show that reappears in set 2. I think it was a pedal that was having issues. There was a bunch of static on the line, and Bobby drops out for some time, both in set 1 and set 2. Candyman lovers rejoice, I write. This one's got it all. The moodiness, the dangerous feeling, the shotgun straight to hell peak. Brent Midland assisting on Jerry's goal for the I think for the vocals there. Walkin Blues, back to the party atmosphere, great performance all around. Bobby with some animated vocals. Peggy-O was just good. We get Queen Jane approximately. Now, I'm not one for the Dylan songs, as many frequent listeners know, but I did think this one was really good. Some very inspired playing here. We Can Run. The band actually got into this one. You know, the song's a bit preachy, but you can't say it's not relevant and biting as ever in its lyrics. And the Dead, you know, it's not really a Dead song, but the Dead kind of made it a bit of a Dead song on this show. Like, they kind of jammed it out, is what I mean to say. And the Grateful Dead ended set 1 with Birdsong. Phil was really doing a lot here. Super bouncy bass line and a good Birdsong all around. So let us sink our teeth into set 2, which starts with a Foolish Heart Victim, Crazy Fingers. They go into Truckin, Smokestack Lightnin, Drums in Space, China Doll, Watchtower, Stella Blue, Sugar Mags with an encore of Brokedown Palace. So Foolish Heart, frequent listeners know, is one of my favorite Grateful Dead songs. I was really liking Phil's additions here. Brent was really moving things along with just that unbelievable riff. There was just a moment in time, I wish I could freeze it forever, where it's just Brent doing the riff, Jerry doing the responding riff, and if I could hear those two ping pong those riffs back and forth for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy man. Jerry's vocals on set 2 to start off with are a bit shaky. The jam doesn't really go anywhere. Like, sometimes you get a real lift with the jam in Foolish Heart. We didn't have that tonight. Jerry does not achieve liftoff in his vocals or the solo, unfortunately. And then, for something completely different, they decide to jam into Victim. Not really an organic transition here, but you could tell they were trying to go for an organic transition. There's really too much of a vibe shift, even if they had pulled off like a musical transition. The jam gets dark as expected, and the outro moody darkness jam was actually the best part of the song, though very much unsettling. Crazy Fingers, we finally come to peace with whatever the hell is happening in Victim. I still kind of scratch my head about that song. But Crazy Fingers was very good. Some vocal confusion coming back into the bridge from a very nice Jerry solo, which was upsetting. Bobby kind of had to lead Jerry through, and it really trips up Jerry for the rest of the song, but the crowd seemed to like it and kind of was cheering Jerry on at this point. So Truckin, pretty standard trucking that rises to a great climax and transitions to a very awesome Smokestack Lightnin. Jerry is absolutely shredding here. Bobby with some excellent vox, as he's doing throughout the night. Drums in Space. One of the listens through, my daughter kind of came up and was tooling around near my workspace and had Drums in Space on. And she told me to turn it off because it was scaring her. And so I did, because it was scaring me probably as well. So we get into China Doll. I wrote that China Doll was a sloppy version of that song. I really do like China Doll. Again, that tech issue is happening again. It's making some very weird sounds, some beeps and feedback noises. In the middle of all this, Jerry does rip an incredible solo. Definitely listen to for that. We get the just a little nervous from the fall part with some of Jerry's prettiest playing of the night before an abrupt transition to Watchtower. I really could have used some more of Jerry pretty playing into Watchtower. I don't think we need another Dead song at this point. It was kind of just your basic Watchtower. Stella had some stellar playing by Jerry Garcia. Sugar Mags was a party as usual, and Brokedown was very well played with Brent's organ solo being the standout on that one. So that is my review of July 15th, 1989 at Deer Creek Music Center in Noblesville, Indiana. Would this make my Book of the Dead? Probably not. I did like this one, but not good. Not enough to say this would make my Book of the Dead. Which set am I going to have y'all listen to? I think it's going to be set 1. Foolish Heart always makes it a tough choice to not go with set 2. But I do think that set 1 was the stronger set overall, with just some better playing overall, like less mistakes, I guess. And Jerry's voice was much more confident in set 1. So we'll have right at the end of this kind of truncated podcast, we will have the set 1 of July 15th, 1989. So stay tuned. Who is my mother trucker? That's a good question. I think I wrote a lot about Brent, and we have a Brent showpiece in Weekend Run, so I'm going to go with Brent Midland. He was my MVP of the night. Okay, we do have some Reddit comments here. We have Carbuncle 2024, who writes, missed that first one, but had pavilion seats for Deer Creek. Now, I know they played a run here at Deer Creek. I don't know which one exactly Carbuncle was talking about. I kind of screwed up when I did the post on Reddit where I forgot to put the date in. So I don't know if he figured out which date I was talking about. But he said he missed the first one, which may have been this one right now. And we get a nice comment from JWG3, who writes, shows like these are what makes Deer Creek one of the all-time Brokedown Palaces for Grateful Dead music. Not a lot of music to work with in that first set, but Bertha into Greatest was a fun time. My feeling about Victim or The Crime fluctuate, and I'm on a down period with it right now. So that and a poorly played Foolish Heart, according to my years, and I agree, meant that it took a second for set 2 to kick into high gear. But boy, it does. Crazy Fingers is probably the single song that they had the hardest time getting right live. So the fact that I got into this one at an above average level really made it stand out more than your usual song. Then Truckin' through the end is pure bliss. Not a Book of the Dead worthy Deer Creek stop for me, but the whole section worked fabulously as Dave's picks bonus material. Smooth Smokestack Lightnin, Pretty China Dog, Groovy Watchtower, Blessed with a Stella, Sugar Mags for fun, and the very song I referenced to open this review to boot, Brokedown Palace. King Brent caught my ears this time around. So I disagreed on the set, but I do agree on the King Brent as the MVP. And we might be hearing from JWG3 on the podcast very soon. So let us turn over to our next show. It's going to be fast forwarding to the end, 1995. March 23rd, 1995 from the Charlotte Coliseum. This is a good one. I actually listened to it today and was really liking what I was hearing. Jerry's playing is phenomenal. The voice is a bit weak, but really inspired playing. And it looks like Bruce Hornsby was there, which is surprising to me. He played on The Days Between with Vince on grand piano. See, I thought that would be mixed. Bruce on keyboards and Vince on grand piano. With Bruce Hornsby. Okay, very interesting. Oh, this was the final The Wait. Well, that's cool. And that's notable. Okay, so a little bit of housekeeping before we bring you set 1. We want y'all to smash that subscribe button, like and share with all your Grateful Dead friends and family. You can find us wherever podcasts are downloaded. You can follow us on our website. That's helponthewaypod.podbean.com. You may email us at helponthewaypod@gmail.com. Reach out to us on the Grateful Dead subreddit. We always sticky there on the top. And you can send your comments there, and maybe we'll put them on the podcast. Reddit.com/r/Grateful Dead. I'll say it again. Reddit.com/r/Grateful Dead. And we're also putting our stuff on YouTube, and you can chat with Knob on Blue Sky. So that's it. I'm going to say thank you for listening to another Grateful Dead Help on the Way podcast, but I'll do it my funny way in just a moment after I tell you to stay tuned for set 1 of July 15th, 1989. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Help on the Way podcast.
running from your window. It's all night running. Lord, I wonder if you care. I've been running, run around and run down, run around the corner. Lord, I run back into a tree. I had to move, really had to move. That's why, if you please, I am on my bended knees. Bertha, don't you come around here anymore. Let myself in green, went down unto the sea. Try to see what's going down. Read between the lines. Had a feeling I was falling, 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 falling. Turned around to see. Heard a voice calling. He's running back to me. To move, really had to move. That's why, if you please, I am on my bended knees. Bertha, don't you come around here anymore. Don't you come around here anymore. And into a rainstorm, dug back into a bottle. Orange, Lord, but not a drop on me. Test me, test me. Why don't you arrest me? Throw me in the jailhouse till the sun goes down. I had to move, really had to move. That's why, if you please, I am on my bended knees. Bertha, don't you come around here anymore. That's why, if you please, I am on my bended knees. Bertha, don't you come around here anymore. I had to move, really had to move. That's why, if you please, I am on my bended knees. Bertha, don't you come around here anymore. 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 Roses come riding up on a quasar. His bells was jingling, the door was ajar. His buckle was silver, his manner was bold. I asked him to call me out of the cold. The rain was boiling, his reason was bent. His borrowed nothing is lent. Mercy, give him the gun. Trying to get these things has got to be done. Even up and lives extended on a fence. You get right to work if you had any sense. You know the one thing we need is a left-hand monkey wrench. Vivian coming with his eyes on the floor. Said you ain't got a hinge, you can't close the door. Brother stood up a full 6'10". Said you ain't got a door, the walls cave in. He asked me for water, pour me some wine. Finished the bottle and broke into mine. Get what you come for, ready to go. You just won me 10,000 to come for the show. Abraham and Isaac digging on a well. Quick with the water which fell. Cool, clear water where you can't ever tell. The Candyman's in town. Come on, boys, and wager. Roll those laughing bones. 7 come, 11 boys. I'll take your money home. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes around again. I come in from Memphis, where I learned to talk the jive. When I get back to Memphis, be one less man alive. Morning is the pencil. I see you're doing well. If I had me a shotgun, you know I'd throw you straight to hell. Look out, the Candyman. again. Boys and gamble if you have got the mind. If you've got $1, boys, lay it on the line. Hand me my old guitar. Pass the whiskey round. Won't you tell everybody you meet that the Candyman's in town? Look out, look out, the Candyman. Here he comes. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes around again. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes around again.
Woke up this morning and I felt around for my shoes. That's when I knew I had them Walkin Blues. I woke up this morning, look around and I felt around for my shoes. That's when I knew I had them all, beat a Walkin Blues. Well, it was like blowing my own lonesome home. Woke up this morning when I that was gonna wanna leave my old lonesome home. Woke up But this morning when the head was gone, I had one. Some people tell you they're walking blues ain't bad, it isn't. Waste old feeling I'm almost ever had. Don't let them tell you the walking blues ain't so bad. Worst old feeling I'm almost ever had, I've ever had. Even in the morning if I have to ride the blind. Well, I've been mistreated and I don't mind that I want to leave. Even if I have to ride the line. Well, I've been mistreated and I don't mind dying, I don't mind dying. I don't mind dying. From her head down to her toes, breaking on $1 most anywhere she goes. She got moving from her head down to her toes, breaking on $1 most anywhere she goes, anywhere she goes. Now I woke up this morning and I felt around for my shoes. That's when I knew I had them walking blues. I woke up this morning, look around and I been around for the shoes. That's when I knew I had them walking blues. Walking blues. Walking blues. Walking blues. Walking blues, walking blues, walking blues, walking blues, walking blues.
And he called her by name, pretty Peggy-O. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy-O. Will you marry me, pretty Peggy-O? You will marry me, I'll set your cities free. And free all the ladies in the area. I would marry you, sweet William O. I would marry you, sweet William O. Well, I would marry you, but your guineas are too few. And up here, my mama will be angry, oh. What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-O? What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-O? What would your mama think if she heard my guineas cling? Saw me marching at the head, soldiers roll. Pretty Peggy-O. If ever I return, pretty Peggy-O. If ever I return, your cities I will burn. Destroy all the ladies in the area. Stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy-O. Come stepping down the stairs, pretty Peggy-O. Come stepping down the stairs, combing back your yellow hair. Be the last farewell to your William O. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy-O. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy-O. Sweet William, he is dead, and he died for me. And he's buried in the Louisiana country, oh. As we rode out to Venerio, as we rode out to Venerio, our captain found love with a lady like a dove. And he called her by name, pretty Peggy-O.
Sends back all your invitations, and your father to your sister he explained that you're tired of yourself and all of your creations. Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Now when the flower lady wants back all that she has lent you, and the smell of her roses does not remain, baby, when all your children, they all start to resent you, won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? sick of all this repetition. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Now when all of your advisors, they all hear their plastic, and your feet to convince you of your pain, trying to prove that your conclusions should be more drastic. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? You turned your other cheek to. Well, throw down the bandanas and complain. If you want someone that you don't have to speak to, won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? It belongs to the children of our children's kids. World owners haven't even been born yet. But we never tend the garden and we rarely pay the rent. Most of it is broken and the rest of
it is bent. Put it all on plastic and I wonder where we'll be when the bills hit. We can run, but we can't hide from it. Of all possible worlds, we only got one, we gotta ride on it. Whatever we've done, we'll never get far from what we leave behind. Baby, we can run, but we can't hide. Well, I'm dumping my trash in your backyard, making certain you don't notice really isn't so hard. You're so busy with your guns and all of your excuses to use them. Well, it's oil for the rich and babies for the poor. We got everyone believing that more is more. When a reckoning comes, maybe we'll know what to do then. We can't run, but we can't hide from it. Of all possible worlds, we only got one, we gotta ride on it. Whatever we've done, we'll never get far from what we leave behind. Baby, we can run, but we can't hide. Oh no, we can't hide. All these possibilities seem to leave no choice. I heard the tongues of billions speak with just one voice, saying just leave all the rest to me. I need it worse than you see. And then I heard the sound of one child crying. Today I went out walking in the amber wind. There's a hole in the sky where the light pours in. I remember the days when I wasn't afraid of the sunshine, but now it beats down on the asphalt land like a hammer and blow from God's left hand. One little still grows, cringes in the shade till the nighttime. We can't run, but we can't hide from it. All possible worlds, we only got one, we gotta ride on it. Whatever we've done, we'll never get far from what we leave behind. Baby, we can run, but we can't hide. Oh no, we can't hide. We can't run, but we can't hide from it. Of all possible worlds, we've only got one, we gotta ride on it. Whatever we've done, we'll never get far from what we leave behind. Baby, we can run, but we can't hide. Oh no, we can't hide. We can't run, but we can't run now. We can't hide. We can't hide from it. All possible worlds, we only got one. We gotta ride on it. Because we'll never get far from what we leave behind. Baby, we can run, like a bird within her sang. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you snow and rain. If you hear that same sweet song again, will you know why? Anyone who sings a tune so sweet is passing by. Left me in the sunshine, sleep, crying in the dark, fly through the night. Don't cry now. Don't you cry. Don't you cry anymore. La 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 la. Sleep in the stars. Don't you cry. Dry your eyes on the wind. La 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 la. All I know is something like a bird within her sang. All I know, she sang a little while and then flew on. Tell me all that you know, I'll show you snow and rain. Tell me all that you know. I'll show you. Snow and rain. Snow and rain. Snow and rain. Snow and rain.
We'll be back in just a little bit.